What's up guys, it's Cobalt here and welcome back to another video. This year I've been on a quest to find the perfect manufacturer to make some enamel pins that I can sell in my Etsy shop because I've really been wanting to expand my small business and create more merchandise for you guys. Personally, I love enamel pins. They're one of my favorite things to collect. I have so many of them and it's always been my dream to create some custom pins with my own original artwork. And luckily enough for me, a company called Maxemblem reached out to me. They're a brand that specializes in crafting high quality custom pins, medals, and coins for artists and creators, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to create some more pins that I could add to my Etsy store. So they also sell patches and keychains which look really cool, but I opted to go with the lapel pins, which are essentially their enamel pins. And even more specifically, the ones that I got are their UV layered printing pins. So I'm definitely really excited to see how these turn out because I don't think I've ever actually owned a pin created in this style before, and at least from all the information they have on their website, they look like pretty high quality, especially for the price. So obviously, if you're intrigued so far, I'll put the link to their website down below in the description. You can check out all the products that they have on their website, but if you want to make pins like I'm doing here, you can follow along with me as I go through this process. So their website makes it super easy to implement everything you want and make sure that it's as customized as you can possibly have it be. So the first thing you want to do is create your artwork and upload it. So I decided to make a drawing of Cobalt, obviously my mascot. Last time I got to make some enamel pins, I went with just a headshot inspired by my profile picture, but this time I decided to create some brand new artwork and do a full body illustration. So this is what I came up with, and I'm going to upload that. It has all of the file size information and stuff here to make sure the quality is going to come out the way you want it. One of the biggest things that I care about as far as image quality goes is how close the colors match to my original digital image, because sometimes it's not always one-to-one, but I want it to at least be like as saturated as my drawing and not end up being washed out, because I have ordered things like stickers and stuff from other companies, and a lot of the time it really tones down the saturation, so I'm hoping that these guys will be super bright and vivid. Anyways, after you upload your artwork, and then you're going to want to select your size. So I think I want to do something that's a little bit bigger than what I've normally done, and I love how their images include a little quarter for a size comparison, because I think that's a lot easier, at least for me, to understand than just reading the measurements, which are in inches by the way. So I'm going to select my size, and then the next thing it prompts you to do is select your pin backing. There are so many options. I don't think I've ever seen a pin company have this many options for the backing of your pin. I'm just going to go with the standard rubber clutch just because that's pretty simple, but the deluxe clutches are probably the best ones you can get for pins, at least in my experience. But because I'm doing a full body image and I want it to be kind of big, I think I'm going to select the 2 rubber clutches just to make sure that this pin's going to be really secure to whatever I want to stick it on. So I'm going to skip this step and just go with the standard backing, but if you want, you can also add a laser engraving to the back. So if your small business is a little bit more established than mine, you can even add your company logo or like a watermark on the back, which I think is really awesome. And then you can also select like a fancy little bag or box you might want your pin to come in. And finally, it will prompt you to select the color of metal you want. Since I've gone with black line art for my illustration, I'm just going to do the black dye metal. Personally, that's also my favorite style for enamel pins as well. I just think that it looks really nice. And after that, you can select your quantity and it will tell you the price of everything. Usually the more pins you buy, the more of a discount it will give you just because you're making a bulk order. But with this collaboration, Maxemblem has offered to send me 20 pins. So now I am going to patiently await the pins to arrive, and I am very excited. I cannot wait to see these. So within a few days, they reached back out to me with my proof, and here's what it looked like. So there were a couple things that were a little bit strange to me, like this area here. I didn't really understand what this was, so I asked them about it, and they said that some of the areas in my drawing created like, I guess, small holes in a way that would be too difficult to actually cut out in the pin because they didn't want it to break or anything like that. So I really appreciate them letting me know because I wasn't aware of this at all. And obviously they did a very good job of correcting it in their own proof, which is great. I love the fact that this company was able to reach out to me and show me what it might look like before they actually start producing it. And after seeing this, I did actually want to change a couple things about my design. So here is the updated version compared to the other one. I ended up filling in those small spaces with black just to make sure that I understood like how it would look in my brain. I also ended up asking them for a slightly bigger size than what I initially input, and they were perfectly happy with making those corrections for me. So now, of course, it is time for the grand reveal of the pins. This is obviously the part of the video that I'm most excited for, and hopefully the part that you guys are looking forward to the most. So as I mentioned earlier, I ordered 20 pins for them, and they arrived in a box, very well packaged, and I've taken everything out already, but I haven't exactly taken a look at each individual pin, so I'm going to do my live reaction on camera with you guys right now. And here they are in their little bag. You can see it says 20 pieces. Look at Cobalt's adorable little face. Oh my gosh. So here are some of them out of the bag. They're really heavy. Like, I know I was holding a pile of them, but individually they're pretty hefty little guys, and they each come in their their own individual bag, so you don't have to worry about the pins rubbing up against each other and getting scratched. They are very well protected, I can assure you of that. So here's a bunch of them laid out. I've looked through all of them and I don't notice a single imperfection, which is amazing. So already I'm super pleased with the quality, but let's take an even closer look at one of the pins. So here is the pin taken out of the bag. It is super glossy. I'm already super pleased with that. Something that you'll probably notice that makes this a little bit different from a normal enamel pin that you would see is that there's no raised metal. It's perfectly flat, which makes the detail like really crisp, because I know sometimes with a raised metal pin, the edges kind of get a little bit weird and the sharpness of the design gets a little bit lost. I know I've definitely had that experience myself, but I love how crisp the image still is. The colors are super bright and saturated, which I love to see. They look pretty much exactly the same as the image that I sent them for the pin. And even looking really closely, the image isn't fuzzy. I'm not noticing any like little printing dots or anything. It looks great. It feels like really nice to hold. You can see how thick the edges are, so definitely a hefty guy. Because I wanted a bigger size, I asked for 2 pin backings. You can see here they are. Again, I just selected like the standard options, so you can get higher quality pin backings. These are just the rubber ones. They come off pretty easily. Take off both of them so you can see them better. That is the length of the pin spikes, and they're both positioned in good places, so like on the largest pieces, because I feel like if I just had one pin backing here in the middle for this design in particular, I feel like it would fall off pretty easily, but this guy is definitely going to be secure. I love this so much. This is so cute. Definitely my favorite piece of merchandise that I've produced so far. It just looks amazing. You can even see here a closer look at the adjustments that I made to the design, because like I said, they did tell me that this area would be too small to actually include so that it wouldn't break off, which I totally understand. And I think even with that, like, it's not super noticeable at all. I think it looks really great. So I'm definitely happy with the changes that I decided to make. And again, overall, so impressed with the quality of this guy. He looks amazing and I absolutely love him. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. I love these pins so much. I'm so happy to have them, not only to add to my own personal pin collection, but also to offer to you guys. I will be selling these pins over on my Etsy shop, which is linked down below in the description. But of course, if you want to have your own custom pins made, once again, Maxemblem will also be down below in the description, and you can also find all of their social media sites along with their website where you can make these yourself. Even though they've obviously sent me some free product to show off in this video, everything that I've said is 100% of my own accord. I love these pins so much. I'm super happy with the quality of everything, as well as the customer service that was provided to me as I was having these made. So I would definitely recommend this manufacturer, and in the future, I would love to personally return to their website and make more pins, and even try out some of their other products as well. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!